What's up, NZers?
Hi!
And welcome back to another family reaction video. This time we're going to be diving back into the military world. So the last thing we checked out was the attack helicopter, remember that?
Yes.
Yeah, that was
the
crazy.
Apache?
Yeah, the Apache, that's the one. And today we're going to go back to like the boot camp style thing.
I like the boot camp
Yeah,
ones.
the boot camps are
Yeah.
fun.
I find them really fascinating.
So yeah, this is another one from Business Insider. So we've been really enjoying their videos. They're very engaging
They are.
and very insightful. So today we're going to be checking out how army snipers train for combat with stalk missions. Ooh. Spooky. Sneaky. Okay, I imagine we're going to see a lot of like camouflage and like some pretty cool stuff. Anyway, let's check it out.
Okay.
I'm excited.
Is it a moving bush?
I can't see anything. What's going on?
These U.S. Army Sniper Course students are participating in a STALK mission, where they have to stealthily navigate through wooded terrain without being spotted by instructors. It's designed to prepare future snipers for real missions they'll encounter on deployment.
So the way we have kind of molded the stock portion of the course now is to kind of more closely mirror a real world mission. A sniper's secondary mission is to collect and report battlefield information, but 9 times out of 10, that's the mission you're going to end up doing.
Students at the sniper course perform 4 practical stalk exercises before moving on to graded events, of which they'll have 3 opportunities to pass or be dropped from the course.
By the time we get to the end of graded stocks, we'll generally lose between 5 and 8 students.
On a brisk morning in October, Insider followed a class participating in their first practical stalk exercise.
You have to make all your own camouflage yourself.
Prepare yourself and equipment for this exercise. From this point on, you are only authorized to talk amongst your team and to instructors. Running is not authorized. Failure to perform proper movement techniques will result in your team being reset. Being reset more than once for any reason is an automatic failure.
The class covers their ghillie suits with natural vegetation to match their environment.
In order to truly blend in with your environment, to get rid of the human signatures of the sides of the head, shoulders, the areas that are distinguishable, you have to tie in vegetation to your foreground, background, everything around you.
Students use hair ties and 550 cord that they've glued onto their ghillie suits to affix the foliage, and are taught to use a 70 to 30 ratio of natural to artificial camouflage.
Here in Georgia, it's so hot and humid, everything dies kind of quickly. The only thing that's going to really live on you a long time is the pine leaves and stuff. And the smaller, the shorter the plant is, the longer it'll live.
I like to work from the top down. As many tie-downs as you can have on your ghillie suit is better. I feel like the initial veg was good, and it was easy to cover it in like dead grass and trees that are around you.
The students carry the gear that they would have with them during a real mission, including an M2010 enhanced sniper rifle, tripods, a spotting scope, and navigational tools. After plotting a course to their destination, the students head off into the woods.
Oh, so they work in pairs. A spotter and a
Although
shooter.
snipers are prepared to work alone, working in teams can increase security and effectiveness.
The days of a single sniper crawling out of their base camp and going on a mission are over. So in real life, they're going to be at least in a team of 2, more than likely a team of 3. So here at Sniper School, in an attempt to modernize, we pair them up in teams.
Where are they?
Once the exercise begins, they have 2 hours to reach a spot from which they can view their target, which in this case is a truck. Students are taught several movement techniques to use while stalking, including the sniper low crawl, hands and knees crawl, and crouch walk, and will get docked points if the walkers moving amongst them spot them moving improperly.
Freeze, you two.
So if a team is trying to rush up to the objective, like not moving tactically or in the movement techniques that they've been previously taught, then one of the instructors on the lane will stop them, gather their information, and send them back usually a terrain feature, away, and have them restart after explaining what they did wrong.
Start again.
It's probably this guy right here that I got my flag on. He was facing away from the truck, so it's probably his back that you saw.
Alright, so you guys tracking, right? Yo, so thick is good, right? Getting in that thick spot is good, but you're playing a dangerous game, right? Because you're mixing the potential of overhead movement. And look how close you guys are to the objective. You are way too close to be causing this much movement.
Halfway through, when we were doing a map check, we stood straight up and down instead of taking a knee, which is our fault for that. But they just told us initially, like, have that low profile the whole time, and you have to have that in the back of your head, which is kind of hard when you're carrying a bunch of stuff.
Instructors will also dock points for improper camouflage.
What do you think you look like right now? What do you think it looks?
Stupid dude.
A dude in the road. Okay. Go ahead, take your time right now, fix yourself before you look on next screen picture.
If you were
Stupid dude walked through the woods.
Is that 'cause his branches were down?
It must have been, yeah. Well, not enough of it.
So we're going to stop you, correct you during these practical exercises, send you back so you can try again. The walker is really a friend. If we see a team that's making some mistakes and maybe needs to do some things better, they're more than welcome to ask questions. They can ask any of the walkers on the lane, how should I do this? And we'll give them tips.
Shine and Shadow Man are going to get you every time. Okay, so take it out of the equation and then just worry about contrast. Like I feel.
Even if teams evade detection by the walkers, they can also get spotted by the instructors scanning for them with binoculars.
So if they think they see some movement, like for instance, if they were to rub up against the sapling, it would make the sapling wave back and forth. So that's a target indicator. So that would key the observer in on that area. There's two techniques he can use. He can either call up one of the walkers and just walk him that way and try to walk him into that team, or he can call freeze, which freezes the entire lane.
Hey, right behind you, can you all freeze?
Freeze! At that point, he would walk the walker in and try to get within 12 inches. If he gets within 12 inches and the observer calls sniper at your feet, and that team is within 12 inches or any piece of their equipment, well, they're busted at that point. Roger. Sniper at my feet.
When a team finds a spot where they can both view the truck from behind cover, they set up their final firing position. The students swap out the vegetation on their ghillie suits and gear to match their new environment.
Oh.
Each member of the sniper team has an assigned role and responsibilities.
So the shooter is going to be getting his weapon oriented on the target, collecting any data he can, building up his position.
So well done.
Setting up his spotting scope. In a real world, he would be executing a sketch or taking camera shots of the objective area, getting the environmental data, the weather data, which affects the shot depending on the range. So there's a number of little subtasks that go into each major task where the sniper is just going to shoot and the spotter is the team leader.
Once they've established their final firing position, each team has to observe and record a scenario occurring at the objective. In this case, it involved two instructors setting up and firing a mortar round. The spotter must formulate a call for fire request based on what they've seen.
They'll fill in the grid to the target that they're calling the artillery on. They'll give a distance and a direction and a description. So being able to see that entire scenario and the entire objective area plays into that because they need to be able to accurately describe the scenario and what the target is they're going to be calling that mission in on.
To prove that they're able to view enough of their target, both the shooter and the spotter have to correctly identify two letters held up by the instructors in the back of the truck.
Letters up. Say again? Foxtrot. Shooter identifies Foxtrot.
Good idea.
Good idea. Shooter eyes down, spotter eyes up.
And the letter is up.
Letters up. Papa. Spotter identifies Papa.
Bad ID. Bravo.
Bad ID. Letter was Bravo.
Finally, to pass the exercise, the team must evade detection from the instructors scanning for them from the back of the truck. But even the smallest of indicators will give them away.
Here's the shooter's head. He is pointing, and then spotter, spotting scope. Not a bad position at all, right? If you would have vegged more on that spotting scope, you guys probably would have been all right.
They're really good at spotting movement and things that are different from the baseline around our environment. So I feel like it was kind of a shock to everyone how easily they could spot us.
It was a good position. You guys had observation, right? You refine your camouflage. Okay, refine camouflaging techniques. All right, find your spot. Make sure you can see, and then start vegging, right? Veg 10 times, shoot once.
It's a real art form, eh? The camouflage.
At the end of this stalk exercise, none of the participating students received a passing grade.
I set up a spotting scope and just kind of watched the cadre for like an hour and 20 minutes while my partner was trying to find a place to put the rifle so he could watch them too. And we never even ended up finding a way for both of us to be able to see them from the same place. And it's hard. They make it hard for sure.
The problem is the instructors that work here currently, they have a lot of experience, both real world and here at the schoolhouse. You definitely have to think outside the box if you're going to get a passing score, especially in your first exercise.
This class will have 3 more practical stalk exercises to refine their skills before moving on to their graded missions.
It's tough. It's tough. They changed it recently. I don't know anybody here that's trained to do buddy team stalks on an objective like that, so it's difficult, but it's doable.
The skills students learn during stalk missions are directly applicable to their future careers as snipers.
You're always collecting and reporting battlefield information. You're only sometimes going to end up putting a round downrange. Since that is the greater magnitude of the things that a sniper is going to be doing and what a commander is going to want from his sniper, he wants information. So we're kind of gearing this portion of the course to build their techniques up in that and boost their confidence in their own abilities. And then when they get back to their unit, they're bringing a real force multiplier to their commander.
Page 2. Oh, wow. How many passed?
15.
Wow.
Wow. It's all in the camouflage.
Yeah. Wow, that was incredible. You really have to embrace the ninja.
Yeah, you do.
Wow.
And I can see like they'd have to move super slowly. Like
Yeah.
it would take so much time
Yeah.
to get close to a target, and you just have to go so slow.
I don't know about slowly, I just think really efficiently.
But if you go fast, it's like you can see them
Yeah.
and things move.
Yeah.
So it'd have to be like real
Almost
calculated.
like as the wind was blowing.
You'd have to be like a hide and seek expert
Yeah, definitely.
when you were younger.
Yeah. Yeah, well, like I said, like a real good ninja.
Yeah.
Like, don't be seen, don't be heard.
Yeah.
Just sneak in, sneak out.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was incredible.
Yeah, that was cool.
Yeah, that was good fun. I mean, that was, I think it was a little bit less yelling than the other ones we've seen.
Yes.
They were almost like whispering, so
Yeah.
I was going to hear them like,
It was actually the opposite end. It was very intensely quiet.
Yeah.
Yeah. Did you learn something, Dens?
Yes.
Did you realise that they had to go through training like that? To sneak around, like hide and seek?
Do little exercises like that.
I
Yeah.
didn't realize.
No.
I didn't know that they actually like got like leaves and stuff from the environment.
I know. Isn't that cool?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You have to become, that's like like you said, that's a real art form, mate. It's like
Yeah.
a real skill that you need to have.
Yeah. They
Yeah.
were probably like, why have you got shrubs when there's pine needles? You've
Yeah,
got the
yeah.
wrong, like you have to like blend in. And then you probably have to change halfway through.
Yeah.
But that camouflage is literally the difference between life and death.
Yeah, exactly. And failing them is probably for their own safety.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Make it real stringent, real strict. And also, if you like that one, guys, make sure you smash the like button. Also, hit the notification bell so you don't miss any future uploads. And subscribe if you haven't already. Check us out on Instagram. And also, a huge shout out to all of our Patreon members. Thank you so much. If you want to join the family, check out the link in the description. And we love you guys, and we'll see you on the next one.
Bye!